he called and he's sounding a lot better, and that's really put me at ease. So I'm gonna go to bed now and see him in the morning.
Hey everybody, this is just a sort of an update from me, and I haven't got the camera with me. But yeah, it is now 9:05 at night, so I've been out for a few hours now. Before I just wanted to sleep it off, whereas now I feel okay. I was sort of wide awake for a bit, then I felt a bit nauseous just because of standing up and not having eaten anything. But I'm enjoying some lovely sandwiches. The staff are really good and on hand to help with everything. Is there any pain? Yeah, at the moment, unfortunately, I've taken some painkillers. Basically, there's this pain sort of starting about here, going down, almost like, it's really weird, almost like I've broken a rib or something. That's kind of what it feels like. I've never broken a rib before, but I've broken a bone before, so I suppose it feels like that. And when I first woke up, that was really quite sore. At the minute, it's more kind of stinging, and then I've also got like stinging pain on either sides. I think just where the binder is kind of cutting in. Because with the binder, like I seem to be under the impression that it would be tight, but not like this tight. I've heard of, excuse me. I've heard of people who go to Yelland say, "Oh, the binder was so excruciatingly painful," but not really anybody from here. So I thought, oh, maybe it doesn't do it as tightly, but no, apparently it does. So just something to bear in mind. The binder is very, very tight. But I've taken some painkillers now. I've got food. I've got some green tea, which I normally don't drink green tea, but I thought, you know what, I'll just fancy it. Because I just kind of wanted something like a hot drink, but it's a bit late for coffee, and I didn't want to cause the cheers. But holy fuck, guys, I've done it, and I've got a massive glare in my eye. I'm so sorry. I can't really avoid that because the only light is behind me, but my chest is flat. Like, look at that. And the thing is, I am kind of in awe and wonderment, but also it just looks so normal. It's just like, yeah, obviously it's flat. That's how it's supposed to look. It's the same. I said this before about pronouns and like using he. It doesn't cause this sort of ecstaticness because it's just normal. So, I mean, yeah. I think once I start doing things, then it will feel like that. But also, I'm not sure how much you. Sorry. I wasn't sure how much you heard on the video because I wasn't really talking very much at all. It took a lot of effort for me to actually talk. But basically, Kneeshaw has spoken to my mum. He's really, really happy with the results. No complications, completely uneventful surgery, which that was the first thing I asked, like, was it uneventful? So I'm very, very pleased that there was no issue with that. He's really, really happy with them. I've got my drains here on a lanyard, which I can't really lift up for some reason. Oh, God. Why am I being so gassy? Jeez. But yeah, I've got my earphones with me as well. I'm going to listen to some music, I think. I keep asking the nurses to raise this higher and higher and higher because I want to sit up. So, I don't know. I'm not sure. I need to ask them because of communication and stuff. But that's how I'm doing at the moment. I can raise my arms a little bit out, so to about there before it gets too sore. And in terms of, I can put them all the way out, but yeah, it's like there is, and I'm saying it now because it's happening as I'm talking, but I've realised there is that sunburnt feeling, definitely, like just all over. So yeah, there's all that. Anyway, I better stop talking because it's been like 4 minutes. But yeah, fuck, I've actually done it. How amazing is that? And I'm just gonna eat some sandwiches and How fun. Oh, I'm really pleased actually I can just listen to music without any interruptions. Actually, I've missed that. But, yeah, I've got water, drink lots of water, so, yeah. Cheers, I'll see you probably, yeah, tomorrow. Hey everybody, so, day 2. Or is it day 1? I mean, it's my first day post-op. I never worked out how that worked. Like, do you count... I mean, I don't know. It is now about 20 to 9 in the morning. It feels a lot later because I've been up for a little while. Excuse me. But I'm kind of really enjoying having the control of just like, you know, do I want to stay up for a bit or do I want to go to sleep for a bit? That is my choice and all that. And that's really cute. I have got some clothes on, as you can see. I've still got like my drains hanging down here and my chest binder on because that I need to keep on for a while, 6 weeks in total. Obviously, they will sort of take it off and change it and things like that, but it's to protect it, for those of you who don't know. I've had a little wash, which I was really not expecting, because like, I thought, oh, you just can't wash, you just got to use like wet wipes or something. But no. It was a bit surreal because there was a nurse and she kind of helped me into the bathroom. And then she just sort of went, okay, she sort of washed round my back and things to places I couldn't reach. And then she's like, okay, so, you know, feel free to get washed. And then when you're ready, you can come out and have your breakfast. And I'm just like, okay. And at that point, I was just like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea. But I did manage to like wash myself a little bit. Breakfast looks lovely. Obviously I'm going for the healthy stuff. And the most important thing is that I've also seen my chest now twice. So Mr Kneeshaw came in a bit earlier, stupidly awake, which was a bit weird. But he took it off to show it to me, and the nipples have their own sort of dressings around it. So I have not seen the nipples yet, as is the normal sort of procedure. But oh my god, I've seen my chest as well in the bathroom, so standing up, and it's just incredible. It is actually incredible. Like, there's this sort of absolute feeling of amazement and astonishment of, oh, suddenly my chest looks like that now. But at the same time, it just looks normal. I can't honestly remember if I said this on the video before because I've not been completely with it. Obviously, I'm a lot more with it now, and I'm like more awake and stuff. But holy fuck, it's actually happened. This is flat. My chest is flat, and it looks amazing. It does make my belly stick out a little bit, though. I am definitely getting that. Oh yeah, belly. I need to sort that out. I actually can't wait to see what the nipples look like, because that'll be really cool to see. I did say to him just before the op, I think it was just before the op, that I was a little worried about certain parts, like underneath, so the bottom half of like the areolae, because that's not really an area I look at very much, because I can't see it over the rest of it, or I couldn't. I need to use the past tense now. I couldn't see, but I said, well, actually, I've noticed it's a bit sort of dry looking, a bit more sort of brown than pink, and like, I'm not sure what that was. It could have been anything like maybe eczema or something, or it could have just simply been with the binding and stuff. Maybe the cells were just dying a little bit on the surface. I don't know. So he said, don't worry, I'll be using like just cutting around the middle and all that. This is very blurry, I'm sorry, but I'm using my phone because at the minute people aren't here yet. So I'm going to finish enjoying my breakfast. My coffee's going to be getting cold if I don't watch it. And I'll see you guys very shortly. Hello everybody, so it is, what time is it? 1:10 in day 2, being post-op. So I've decided to lay in the bed for a bit and give myself a bit of a rest. I've been sitting in the chair pretty much all day so far, and I'm now independently mobile. But I've had the post-op binder on a bit too tight for a while, and it's just making it too sore. I've been getting quite a lot of pain on this side as well. Specifically, I've got it at the moment, so I've asked for some stronger stuff, and they've given me some quite strong painkillers now. So I'm gonna just keep still on the bed and play some cards or something, and then my dad's going to be arriving in about an hour. Oh yes, if you want to.
Yeah, the green sign has gone up this morning. Came into that because that was red yesterday.
Well, they changed it to amber in the middle of the night, which meant I was partially mobile.
Yeah.
But that's what it looks like at the minute.
Let's get a side shot.
Yeah. My arm movement is alright, like I can go up to about here before it starts getting uncomfortable, but also I can't really be bothered. And I can do that. I haven't been given any exercises yet. That might be when I'm discharged, because I know that you have to do sort of things. But I can go to the loo myself, and you know about the wash this morning as well. So yeah, it's just I need to just make sure I'm resting enough, which I think I have to do now.
Okay, what about the drains? Can you see those?
Trigger warning: blood. These are the drains. So Kneeshaw is very happy in that not much is coming out in a good way, because I have heard of, I think, one instance where this guy basically hardly had any blood draining at all. They took a look in the actual site, and it turns out something had got caught or blocked or something, and when they removed that, it just went everywhere. So no, that's not happening. Again, they've taken another look, as in the nurse have taken a look. There's no swelling at all, no issues at all. But at the minute I'm in quite a lot of pain, so it's just like, yeah, it looks nice, but also I'm in a bit of pain, so I'm just gonna take it easy. Anything else the camerawoman would like to know?
Well, I think it might be useful for some people in the audience to know about this drinking vessel, because it's apparently just the thing.
If you take anything with you, take these. I've got some like really long straws somewhere, but the thing is, something like this is so much easier to drink out of than if you've got like a little glass about this big and a ginormous straw coming out. And to be honest, like with a cup I can drink like that now just fine. But with water, this is just so much easier. Like seriously.
And the difference there is it's got the straw inside. That just makes it easier, doesn't it?
Yeah, I got these sippy cups when I literally just came out, and they haven't got a straw in them, so actually they were quite difficult to drink out of, and in the end I just went back to this. So if you're going to take anything with you, take this and also the V pillow, which I'm currently laying on, because it's awesome. Look who it is! It's Harry!
Yes, I'm here. We had surgery at the same time.
Yep,
Yeah.
we did. One after the other.
One after the other, yeah. Which we knew about actually beforehand.
Yep.
We met on our pre-op.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And this guy's been so helpful because he's been just talking to me and keeping me afloat through a rather emotional week beforehand.
Yeah, but we were both up all last night, which was so helpful.
Yeah. 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 So I think we've been doing it as well just while we're here, but it's I'm really fortunate that you've actually been here as well with me, because it's been a massive help.
Yeah, me too. I'm getting shy now. Yeah.
But yes, I have some coffee. I've had to have morphine because basically I was, well, you saw obviously, I've forgotten that we filmed that bit, but yeah, I was feeling a bit before. I'm alright, but I've had a bit of pain. I'm thinking now about having a bit more, but actually I'm doing alright now. They've readjusted it. So I've had a snooze, my dad is here, got me some Welsh cakes. And yeah, he's going to come back in a bit. So yeah, we're just passing the time chilling out and listening to nursery nurses.
Because loads of people go to Kneeshaw for surgery, but I've only seen maybe 2 YouTube channels that have actually documented physical transition with him, which is so difficult because when you look at how many people have gone together
Oh yeah.
and that people who have logged their experience, but they're not. I don't know if they'd use the same techniques. I don't know if they're like.
Well, no, because Yellen doesn't use drains.
Yeah. So.
Which I'm just what?
Yeah.
And yeah, there are a few people like Finn and obviously Jamie who've been to Yelland. But yeah, I'm just thinking how many people I've seen who've gone to Kneeshaw specifically, because
Ash with the Tash is. I mean, he's been.
Yeah, Ash with the Tash.
I've constantly at each stage I watched his vlogs and I got something different out of it because he's the only person who's documented it like thoroughly enough to actually.
There was another guy who did. It was like an hour-long video, so it was really detailed.
Right. Okay.
That was with Kneeshaw as well, but it was a few years ago. In fact, quite a lot. It was actually too detailed in one respect.
Right.
But no, it was very good because he did sort of this time now, and he also did a bit when he was at home because he had quite a lot of bad post-op depression. So he talked a lot about that and stuff. So that was.
Is that something you're worried about?
Not anymore. I'm not. But I thought, well, it is a thing, and when I broke a bone. Obviously it's very different from this. I did get quite bad depression from that, basically because I'd never broken a bone and the doctors didn't say anything about, oh, by the way, you might feel completely helpless or whatever. So I thought, well, it's just something to be aware of more than worry about it. But yeah, I think that's the only two I can think of as well who've done like an actual thing. Oh no, there was another guy, I can't remember his name though. I know what he looks like, but his was quite a small video, so it was like 5 minutes or something, and just mainly photos.
Yeah, I mean, photos help, but no, it's like you really want to know what to expect.
Definitely, yeah. Cause,
well, you're going to go through it regardless, but it is nice to know.
Yeah, I'm very much like that. Because I've never had surgery before, it's kind of, if I know as much as possible about it, and also specifically Kneeshaw's staff and how they do it, then yeah, it definitely kind of gives me that control.
Yeah.
Okay, this will happen, that will happen.
And there would have been things that would be nice to know, like I didn't know that they come in and check obs every 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? I just didn't. There were things that doesn't make a difference, but it would have been nice to know that that's something that they constantly check up on you and stuff.
I sort of knew, but I couldn't remember. But I thought, well, if they need to, they need to.
Yeah,
It is a hospital, so. But yeah, I see what you're saying, because.
I just like to know.
Yeah. Never mind.
So what time are you thinking you're going to be discharged tomorrow? Do you know?
Not really. No, they've given me a letter which says 5:45 on it.
Right.
But Nisha is also aware that we live far away. Excuse me. So I think he's going to check on me before then, like in the afternoon, like early afternoon, I think. And then he said, if it looks the same as it does now, then he's happy to just send me off. Yeah. So that's all good.
I think the same. I think I'm maybe like midday, so it must be like 48 hours from we came out. So.
Yeah. How long is it back to where you have to go?
2 hours.
2 hours, not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad. What about you?
Maybe 3, depending on how many times we stop. But
You got your pillow and stuff.
got my V pillow, which has been a lifesaver. And yeah, we've got a spare pillow to put over the top of this. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I'll be drugged up enough that I'll just sleep.
I'm hoping so too. I keep getting these weird twinges.
Okay.
I started. I don't know where my nipples are, but I
Did you
just
get
feel one there.
marked like I did, like so lines above?
Yes.
Okay.
So I've got 3, so I hope there's not a nipple here. But
No.
I think maybe here. I just got a weird twinge then. So
I'm assuming mine are here.
so weird.
Well, they're in the right place.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they've turned out pretty well, because beforehand my areola were massive.
Were they? So Kneeshaw said to me that mine were like quite masculine shaped, which I think means small.
Yeah, I would
And
imagine
sort
you
of,
would mean that.
because I don't know how different they can be, but they were also quite, like, in certain temperatures, quite wrinkly. I know it's really weird, but so I don't know when he cut them. If they would have just, like, I don't know, it's going to be a surprise on Thursday. I'm taking it you've got your post-op on Thursday. Too.
Yeah. Oh, he said a time now. Finally, he said about 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
He said just turn up. Because that's when he opens. Because he hasn't given me an official time, but he said he has to turn up at 4.
So it's the same time he does consultations, isn't it? So he does like post-ops and consultations, like interchange.
Yeah.
I remember when I came to my pre-op, or my consultation, I think it was actually, there was someone there with their training.
Oh really?
And I thought they had just had surgery. Like, I thought they'd had it at that time, and he was just sitting in the waiting room because he wanted to. And he looked so chirpy, and I was like, oh, it looks great out of surgery, I'm going to be great. And then now I realised that actually he was 10 days post-surgery, and you're not expected to be that great.
Oopsie.
Yeah. But are you worried about it? I don't know. I'm a bit...
What, worried about the post-op thing?
Yeah. Like,
or how it looks?
How it looks.
The way he was talking, no.
Yeah.
No. If he's anything like, because me and my family are all like musicians, but because we're quite perfectionists, hello Dad. If we like say I don't know, do a performance or something, we don't often say that was really good because of how high we raise the bar. So if he's anything like that, then
hopefully
it's really good.
Yeah, I don't know, because you've seen just the.
Yeah, well, I've seen the tape and they look nice and small, and the nipples are definitely where I wanted them to be. So we're definitely on the same page with that.
Yay. Yeah. Hopefully.
Are you still filming?
That's dad number 2. Supposed to say it's dad number 1, and then I go, it's all relative.
Because of your joke thing, yes. Cool. Hey everybody, so it is now 6:30, just gone, on day 2. 1 day post-op, yes, now you get it. You're probably all laughing at me by now. I have finished my dinner, which was rather lovely, especially the dessert, which was sticky treacle. I almost said sticky top, but it wasn't. No, it was treacle pudding with custard, one of my favourites. I've changed into something a bit kind of more airy, which has helped because I was feeling quite stuffy, especially with these bloody socks on. You can't take them off. And I knew this would happen, in that I wanted to just take them off because I don't like wearing socks in bed because it's too hot. Anyway, that's just me. I'm feeling quite bloated because I've just been drinking water like all the time today. I've drunk so much water. It's good, you're supposed to, but at the same time, it's like, ugh. I've also been given an injection in my stomach, which I knew was going to happen. I thought they'd give it to me before, but they didn't. Apparently it starts today. It's to help prevent blood clots, basically, although I highly doubt I'm going to get any. Drains are still absolutely fine. I've had to adjust the binder just a couple of times because it's been digging. At the minute it's alright, but the main problem is it's itching. Oh my god. I did kind of know that it might itch, and I thought, oh, I'll be alright, you know, I don't necessarily need antihistamines, but I think I may need some next week when I'm in my mum's, because seriously. But also with my stockings as well, it's itching as well. So, yeah, it's because I'm wearing the same thing for a while, but yeah. So I'm probably going to head over to Harry's in a bit. But I'm doing all right. I had like a little bit of a low just after when I had to take my laxatives. Lovely. Just like a very brief wave of sadness. Just so brief. I don't even know what it was. I have had surgery. It's quite a major thing. So I don't know. I guess it's my body's way of just coping and getting back to normal, I suppose. By the way, it is really loud. Someone's been watching really loud TV all afternoon, and now I think the nurse is starting to change shift, I think. But yeah, I'm doing all right. In one way, it feels like I've been here for ages. In another way, it feels like I've only been here 2 seconds. It's really weird. And I keep going out of focus. I'm so sorry. This camera's not brilliant. Also, I can't really avoid that light, because that's kind of the only source of light in here, I'm afraid. So you're gonna have to do it. But yeah, I will see you on the morrow when I get discharged, basically. So yay. Morning. I'm trying from a side view today, just because that light is such a pain in the ass. Although I might have to move my arm a bit, just because obvious reasons. So it is about 7:15 in the morning on day 3, 2 days post-op. Obviously just woken up, so I'm a little bit groggy. They've given me some painkillers, as is what tends to happen first thing, and check my blood pressure. I'm doing alright. I feel a bit just a bit on the tight side, a bit stiff because I've been in the same position for a while. And I'm going to be discharged today, or I should be. It does sort of kind of depend on when I'm getting discharged, but Kneeshaw is going to have a look this morning, I believe, and the nurses are going to sort of assess everything, and if they feel like, okay, I'm good to go, then they'll let me go early, because it's going to take a while to get down to my mother's. I've got a little bit of a concern with this drain here, or the bag rather, because it's done this once before, but it doesn't seem to be like vacuuming properly or something, because it's thicker. It's not like this one that's nice and thin. It's sort of bigger, and I tried closing it one time and it didn't quite work, so I emptied it. But they want to check it just in case, just to make sure that it is on the right sort of vacuuming setting or something. So they'll probably try re-vacuuming it. I mean, I haven't emptied them for a while, so it seems fine. Again, not much blood in there. Obviously there's a bit more, but drains do seem to be doing their job. I have had a couple of weird sensations coming from the nipples this morning, which I hope is a good thing, but it does make you kind of freak out a bit, like, oh, have I moved something, or, I mean, I'm sure it's fine, because it's got little stickers over each of them, but even so, it's it does make you a bit paranoid, because it's never happened before. Yeah, I should be getting my breakfast in about an hour, and I will see you then. Hello, it's me again in this weird half light. So it's about 8:15. I've just had an update that it sounds like I'm going to be discharged in the next few hours. Kneeshaw doesn't sound like he's going to be coming down for a review, because I guess I don't need it. It says no review in the schedule. Excuse me. They're going to sort out these trays in the meantime and sort of empty them and start again. They've given me my pill for the day and also some codeine, and I've got to do my shot. That's going to be fun. But they've given me some more laxatives, because apparently codeine also blocks you up, which will explain why I still haven't been yet, because I thought surely by now it'll have sort of worn off. And again, I can kind of feel things going on, but nothing's happening. I'm trying to make it as least graphic as possible, but never mind. I'm feeling quite tired today, although I haven't had any coffee yet. I'm not tired today, but tired sort of just now, and a bit kind of it's like what I found with breakfast, weirdly, when they put all this stuff in front of you, it's felt almost a little bit overwhelming, because it's like, where do I start? What do I start with? And I don't know, it's a really weird feeling. But good news is I did manage to have a wash. I washed my hair. So actually that feels really nice now. So much better than that dry shampoo. The dry shampoo literally just makes it into a greasy vanilla ball. So don't really want to do that again. I kind of regret not bringing any wet wipes though, because I wasn't able to sort of wash my back really, but I managed to do all the important areas at least, so that's good. So I feel a little bit cleaner. But yeah, pain is alright, as I said. But actually washing yourself is hard work. It really is like making my back hurt, especially with this binder on. It's like, so that's basically what we're up to at the minute. And I'm hoping that a nurse is going to come and at least check me before I go. And there's other things I've got to sort out as well, like making sure they've got the right doctor to post the letter to, and it's all a bit complicated and I feel a bit kind of like I'm going to forget to ask them something. So, yeah, but we'll see. Yeah, I think, because they left the sharps bucket up there with all the stuff in for my t-shirt, so I think they're just assuming that I'm going to just do it myself, but I suppose I could, but again, I'd rather do it here than at home, so might as well. Okay, cool. I bet this video is getting really, really long now, as in the whole thing. I bet it's been like 20 plus minutes. But hey ho. Alright, cool. So I will probably update you when I'm at home or on the road or something. Hello, I'm in a shirt, and that was an interesting experience. There's no bump of any kind of moob variety. It is just after 10:30, so we have gone through all the official discharge stuff, as in getting discharged, not discharged. The nurse has checked everything, it looks all fine, no swelling at all, and sorted out the drains. I feel a bit more awake now as well, I think, because I've had some water and I've had some more painkillers. We've got a load of medication and things and this little piece of paper, and we just need to sort out the sick note. Unfortunately it's raining, which I'm not really looking forward to in the car, but never mind. So yeah, we're nearly ready to go. I think I'm going to have some food in a bit, and then we're going to have...
Downside of hotels: food poisoning. Food poisoning and driving for hours and hours on end in high wind conditions. It's the best day ever.
Hello everybody, I haven't checked the time. It is 3:30 just about, and I am home for a week at my mum's. Still got the drains, but I've got the shirt on, and I got very emotional earlier when I was looking in the mirror at this because it actually looked so real. I've got loads of fluff all over this, and it's distracted me. It was a pretty rough journey down because there was like a lot of wind and like crosswind and stuff, so the car was being blown around quite a lot. But I've had another codeine. I feel a little bit kind of not used to being out of the hospital yet, so I'm a little bit all over the place, but I'm okay. And I'm just having a coffee and some biscuits. So there we go. And there's loads of like stuff happening, like people chopping trees down and things, so that's fun. Fortunately I've not got a headache or anything. And also my leg is absolutely fine, as in like when my t-shirt went, so I suppose that's a plus. But yeah, I'm here for a week, and then I'm back up to get my drains removed soon after that. Hello. Just a little update since I've got the binder off. So this is what they look like. Well, this is what it looks like. Yeah, the other camera on this phone is definitely better than this selfie one, but yeah. They're feeling good. There's a couple of, like every so often, there are weird things that happen, like this sort of like a weird crawling sensation or sort of tingling. I'm surprised about how much sensation I've got, especially sort of around these bits here. I can feel all of that. The nipple themselves, like I'm not really touching them at the moment at all, but they are quite padded.
obviously I've still got the markings on. There's a little bit of blood. I'm not really sure what that's from though, but as you can see, all the incisions sort of cover these bits. When I run my finger there, it's really tingly, like it's really weird in that regard. But yeah, I've taken a few snaps. So this is what it looks like. Obviously I've got the drains in at the minute, so I don't know if I'll try to angle that, but yes, I'm kind of having to hold them and stuff. But I've done some breathing, because you're supposed to do breathing exercises. Yeah, and just sort of getting used to being there. The problem is my stomach is so like out still because I physically can't like put my chest up properly, because I'm so worried that something will happen. I think once the drains are out, I'll be able to do much more in that regard. I keep saying in that regard. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow or something. Hey everybody, just a quick update, because I'm not going to be doing that many more updates now until like the drain's about. But I am now 4 days post-op. I've had a wash in all areas I can possibly have a wash in at this point, and I feel a lot more clean and whatever. But I'm just sitting for a minute, not being bothered to put any trousers on because I just want to take a little breath. But the main thing I wanted to update you on is I had a bit of a low yesterday after my fiance went home, but then I slept for nearly 12 hours, and I've noticed that there's less pain now than there was, like significantly so. So I'm noticing that when I'm in bed and I kind of have to put my hands down like this to kind of move myself around, there's like pretty much no pain at all now when I do that, whereas before there was a big sort of pulling from my sides when I did it. It just feels kind of, I don't know, uncomfortable or whatever. Also this morning, in terms of painkillers, I've had my breakfast and I had my antibiotics, but I only really needed an ibuprofen. The biggest problem with the codeine, I think, so far is that it's kind of bunged me up quite bad. I'm going to the loo now, fortunately, but in particular, after food, ever since I've been out of the hospital, it's made me feel a little bit, not queasy, but like something is not right in your stomach, which it's like, I guess it's just made me panic a bit, that, oh, you know, am I going to be sick, in the kind of way that, like, whether you've been hungover, it's the same sort of thing with me, and if I feel even a little bit kind of, oh, there's something not right, I panic and think I'm going to be sick. So so hopefully now that for the moment I'm having less codeine, hopefully that should help in that regard. And I've still got paracetamol I can have as well, and if the pain gets really, really bad, then obviously I can have codeine. But at the same time, at the minute, I don't need it. I've last time I had codeine was yesterday, and it's like, what time is it even? Like 9:30 or something, maybe even 10 o'clock. So that's good. So the pain's obviously subsiding. I'm still getting some acute pains, like every so often, like a little bit from a nipple or that middle pain again, but extremely briefly. So things are obviously healing up. So I'm really happy with that. And yes. Hello. So I am 1 week post-op, which feels amazing, although it has been quite a slow week, just kind of trudging through everything. But yeah, update. I feel a lot stronger today. I'm trying to drink as much water as I can because I have been falling a bit behind with that, and I think that's not really been helping. But at times it's like I just can't be bothered even to do like little things. But today I've had like proper wash and lots of water and stuff, which is great. In terms of drains, they're not really draining much anymore. There's still a bit more coming out of the right, but that's always been the case. But I think now it's like my body, not just mentally, but physically, my body doesn't really want these drains in anymore, because especially with the left side, which again there's less coming out of it, I think the stitches on the drain site have moved around a bit because it's sort of gone a bit sort of bloody. I won't show it to you because, you know, a bit gross, but it's gone a bit sort of bloody, and it looks quite, not angry, but it definitely looks like it's moved a bit. But good news is the swelling there has gone down. Right side as well, there's also a bit of sort of blood around the drain site that wasn't really there before. I've also noticed, I don't know what's caused it, but there's like a little teeny weeny bruise on my stomach, and it wasn't there when I came out, so I don't know what that's all about. But there we go. But no, apart from that, I'm doing well. I'm getting just like a couple of times this morning, I've had quite a big burning sensation in my left nipple, like a kind of a cold burning. It's really weird, and that'll probably start happening with my right nipple as well, but I hope they're doing all right under there. They're still nice and intact as far as I know, so yeah, but I thought I'd give you a quick update. So today is Tuesday, so again 1 week post-op, and then Thursday I'm going up to get my drains out. Thank God, because I'm not like super pissed off, but I do want them out because they're just getting to be a pain in the arse, and having to carry this thing around all the time, it's just like, they're quite heavy, and it's like, you gotta the clothes and putting it on, and it's a pain, so I want to get them out. But yeah, talk to you later. Morning everyone, it is Thursday and I am 9 days, is it 9? Yes, 9 days post-op, finally. Last night was last night. I had to sleep with drains, and like I thought that I would not sleep well just before surgery, but no, it was last night. It was terrible. I was either too hot or too cold. I was kind of like really mentally like charged and excited, which presumably was for tomorrow, because it's like, oh my God, I get to see my nipples for the first time, which kind of validates everything I've done, because that's one of the most exciting parts for me. And various other things that were just stopping me, like the drains have been just uncomfortable, bind has been itching, just so it took me absolutely ages to get to sleep last night. And then I was woken up pretty early. Excuse me. So I'm going to be heading up to Mr Kneeshaw today. My appointment's apparently at 7:45 or something, but he said come at 4. So yeah, that's that. Hopefully the weather will hold up. There's this sort of more storms coming in, which of course there is. I'm assuming we're going to be avoiding the whole toll bridge again, just because Becky's a little bit worried about that with the high winds. But yeah, we'll head on up, and decent camera will be back, and hopefully Mr Kneeshaw will allow us to film. If not, then I'm sure we'll do it like afterwards in the hotel or something like that.